All right. It is Monday. Okay. This week has been so crazy. I sometimes don't remember what day of the week it is. All right. Quick shout outs. I thank you guys so much. Hey, Nathan. Thank you guys so much for adjusting the time that you make your dinner. Thank you for adjusting the time you put in your Saint Germain with a splash of lemon. If you watch the show, you get where that came from. Okay. And thank you guys for putting your kids to bed so that you're able to enjoy Claudia, Dustin, and I. All right. So look, I'm not gonna do a long, drawn out weekend with myself, at least. Did I do anything great this weekend? I mean, nothing worth repeating. Oh, what I will say happened this weekend. I can't wait to hear Dustin's POV. But the Love and Marriage Huntsville super trailer did drop this weekend. So if you guys haven't seen it, go on my page and look at the Love and Marriage Huntsville super trailer for the season 10 premiere that starts this Saturday, July 19th at 8 o'clock, 7 Central. Okay. All right. Enough about me. Let's bring on my two favorite people in the entire world. And no, it's not Portia's Coco and Chanel. I'm talking about Claudia and Dustin.
What's up,
What's up? Hey y'all, I miss y'all. I didn't like having a week off from you guys. I've gotten spoiled.
I know I ain't like that shit either, but we had to take a pause for the cause. It was all good.
It was.
I know. I miss you guys too. And it's funny because me and Dustin were like, we're actually home the 4th of July weekend. We could watch Housewives, Bravo. You could, Bravo, moving forward, you could air some shows 4th of July weekend. Yeah. I want you guys to know that, please.
Carlos, I would like to start the show off and congratulate you for your collaboration with Charlemagne the God and the Black Tech Network. That is amazing. I love to see you two powerhouses linking up. I think that's super dope. I love it. And we need more Black-owned media to control the narrative and actually to lift the controls off the narrative of what mainstream media does. So kudos to you for doing that.
Thank you, Claudia. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Look, and I didn't even ask for a job yet. Like you know.
Well, Claudia, the doors are always open for you, my darling. Just like the doors were open at the State Farm Arena for Dustin, who saw Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter last night.
At the time of my life, they had my black ass dancing to country music. You know what I'm saying? And according to Beyonce, it's ours any damn way. So it was perfect. I had an amazing time. Shout out to all the raindrops. I got so much love. So many people approached me and told me that they love us and they watch us on Monday night. So that was great. Shout out to Beyonce.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, wait, Beyonce said hi, and that Beyonce watches Monday Night Live too, Dustin?
Well, she waved, and I was standing right in front of the direction that she waved. That's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a confirmation. So, yeah, Beyonce was with it.
I believe that to be the case. I believe it was, of course, to you. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's so funny? A lot of celebrities watch my shows, and obviously the stuff that we all do collectively. Patti LaBelle watches Bell Collective.
Wow. That's hilarious. Patti LaBelle watches Bell Collective.
Patti LaBelle watches Bell Collective. That is something that I know. But I still have to say, I do believe that Beyonce understands what we all have done and contributed to this industry. And she may not watch us live every Monday, but I really do think Beyonce watches Monday Night Live.
Well, what's up, B? If you are watching, you did your thing last night and have a great show tonight if you watch it.
Why wouldn't she watch us? I mean, she's busy. When she has time in between her sold out shows, like I could see Beyonce just going to YouTube, typing in Reality with the King.
Yeah.
And money. Okay, I missed it last night. Let's see what those shady people were talking about. I think Beyonce's with it.
Yes. So before I get onto Housewives, Claudia, Dustin, to the raindrops. Tell us one celebrity encounter who knew you that surprised you.
Ooh. Ooh, which one can I talk about? Let me see.
Dustin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me see.
Claudia, no jokes for Dustin that you get. If that was me, Dustin, Claudia would have said something inappropriate. Okay, but when it's Dustin, he gets
Dustin is my Aries brother.
That's right, and we got that Aries vault shit. You know, we don't tell. But you know what? I met Dr. Bobby Jones backstage at the Soul Train Awards one year in Vegas, and he had seen a project that I had collaborated on, and that surprised me because it was Bobby Jones. You know what I'm saying? And he mean a lot to Black people of a certain ilk. So I was very surprised at that. And that made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Bobby Jones. So we just use that one. I'll text y'all the good stuff.
Okay, Claudia, your turn.
Like there's been a few where I'm like, wait, you know who I am? I hope he doesn't get mad at me to say this, but I know Maxwell used to watch TGIF every night. And he would like quote stuff like he was like, yo, I love your show, your personality. He would tell me like that's my boy, like we are cool. And he would tell me stuff that he saw that he would, conversations and topics, and he loved the show. So that was a huge compliment. And then I went to the White House for the Christmas party, and the press secretary, Corinne, Jean
Pierre, yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna admit, I don't know if this is a crime or not, but I'm gonna admit it. So I went there. The Christmas party was the same exact time as we did TGIF, but I was like, I can't miss the Christmas party because I want to see Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because I believe she's about to be our next president, and I can't miss TGIF because I never given enough time to take. I
remember this.
I brought my computer to the White House, which I had a backpack, which they don't like you bringing a backpack. So I got to clear security somehow. I talked my way in, got in there, and I was like, yo, I need a place to do my show. And then the press secretary says, that's right, you got your show tonight, TGIF. I'm like, you know about TGIF? So anyways, what she doesn't know, she's not there anymore, is the room they put me in wasn't good. So I went to another room that I don't know if I was authorized. They had a Christmas tree plugged in. I unplugged their Christmas tree.
What you do?
I unplugged the Christmas tree. And I set up my green fabric behind me. Like I tacked it to this like chalkboard. And I did my show in front of the Christmas tree with the lights off. The reception was so bad, but I don't care. I broadcasted TGIF live from the White House Christmas party, and then I plugged the tree back in and went back in. Like, I didn't do it, and that's it. I'll make it happen. I'm not gonna miss work, and I did miss most of the party though, because the party was from 7 to like 8:30. So yeah, that's my story.
That is hilarious. Not you bootleg the show from the White House. That is hilarious.
I am
only Claudia Jordan will get away with plugging the Christmas tree lights so that she could plug in her ring light and her laptop and do her job. That is called commitment.
Yo, listen, I'm not letting. Listen, people are gracious enough and supportive enough to watch me and stuff. I'm not gonna. I try not to let folks down. Will always show up. And I got on air right, like it was like 10 seconds to air. It was like 5, 4, 3, plugged in. I was like, oh my, it was crazy. But yeah, that was a good time. I love
That's a good story. And you know what's so funny? So I'm out of town because I had to host an NAACP LGBTQIA plus event today. And
that's right, Rose.
But the best part of the story, Dustin, is I had to present an award to Korean Jean Pierre today.
Okay.
How ironic is that?
What?
I literally did that 3 hours ago.
That's what's up, man. That's awesome. She's cool as hell. I met her. Yeah, I met her in New York. She's really cool.
So cool, so sweet. And shout out to her. Shout out to the NAACP LGBTQIA plus event that was thrown today. Yes. I want to give us a few quick shout outs. Shout out to Damar Roberts. Thank you for enlisting me to host. Thank you for the award. I received a Trailblazer Award. So Thank you so much for that as well, Damar Roberts. And to everybody in the community, a lot of raindrops were in the building. a lot of amazing people of our community, and it was nice to be celebrated. But it was nice for me to be able to offer her an award because, as you all know, Corinne Jean-Pierre is openly gay. She's married to a woman, and she's very active in her community. So it was a great event. But that's the funny thing about Claudia.
They tried her a lot in her position, and she had to face a lot of ugly, I would say, homophobia on top of the racism in her position, and she still held strong and was always classy. And she's a Haitian girl. You know, she wanted to get them together, like, and really, like,
yeah.
She could, and she like always kept it like very classy. Like she went through a lot.
Yeah, they wouldn't have liked me if I ever become press secretary. They gonna get it every motherfucking day. I'm gonna tear their ass up in that press every single time. And I almost wish that I had pursued that because I feel like that would have been really like my life's work. Checking racist motherfuckers in the press room at the White House. Like, that's the dream job. Anyway.
You'll be good at it. Well, you know, Dr. Heavenly is running, so I'll see if she's hiring press secretary.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Heavenly. I watched you guys' interview and she won me over. She made sense. Shout out to Dr. Heavenly. I wish her the best. Good for her.
Same. I love it. Real quick, since we were gone, I was at Essence, and when I tell you, I kind of got sick. I don't know if it's from just talking to a lot of people or just being tired because I've been just going nonstop. The amount of people that approached me about this show was just more reassurance. You know, it was reaffirming. It was beautiful. Like they were like, you know, they could not stop giving praises. Like, we can't wait to see what y'all gonna say, and like, keep going, keep your foot on their necks. We love it. I go, you don't think I'm too mean? They're like, hell no, girl, we love it. Keep it up. I love Justin. They like love the show. Like so many people approached me about this show. Like, I don't know if you realize the impact that this show has, but it's very big. It is very big.
Well, thank you. And listen, I, as you all know, love working with the two of you. It's special. The chemistry is right. And I think it's what Dustin said too. It's sort of like fun to work with your friends. We literally do our job and we leave. This is like The View to me. We literally leave everything. We don't have a table yet. Shout out to Meghan Markle. If you watch, if go on TikTok, Meghan Markle is trending by the power of yet. So the raindrops, go on TikTok, type in Meghan Markle yet, and you'll get the joke. But anyways, we don't have a table yet. But what I will say is we do leave everything on this StreamYard and we go about our lives. And the beauty of it is it's really just fun to work with people to where you're able to just do your job, leave, and we still like check in, obviously, throughout the week in our group chat. But fundamentally, it has been a joy. And no matter where I go, I was at the airport today. True story. This handsome black gay guy said, I just saw Dustin yesterday and I see you today. I get to see Claudia tonight, Monday Night Live. And I'm like, I know that's my baby, but we're on at 8:00. So yes, I'm aware of the impact this crazy Monday show has on the world. And that's why I'm happy that we get to do this. And, you know, just because Housewives is ending doesn't mean we are.
Nope, because Love and Marriage Huntsville is coming back on, and based on this motherfucking trailer.
Well,
listen
I can only hope that your assistant texts me those beautiful words after this Housewives season is over. I don't know. I just hope she does. Claudia, are you available next Monday night? You know what I mean? But hey, if not, it's been a joy. I love.
We got so much to talk about.
I love when people's assistants hit me up and not them. I just
Claudia, shut up.
And Carlos does that in real life. Carlos hit me about something that had nothing to do with work, and he was like, "Do I need to have such and such hit such and such?" And I was like, "Okay, nigga, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's Carlos, how you move."
Do you see this? Dustin, I don't know if you look at the comments, but Christina Hutchins, I like how she spells her name, says, "Waiting on the Miami show." Now, I was thinking about going to Miami this week. But they are waiting for us to all end up in Miami. I think we should broadcast on the beach or just like a special. We can just talk about relationships. I don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm always working, which is why keep your phone on. You may receive a text either from me or from the assistant. But
it won't be from you. You're too rich. You're too famous. You're too big. Whatever. And I love that for you. I love that.
Claudia, I can't wait to get an assistant. Don't do it. I still text Claudia and Dustin on group chat, so Raindrops don't believe the mess. But Dustin was telling the truth, though. I did text Dustin first in my defense, and then I said, "Does Lizzie gotta call somebody to make it work?" Dustin said, "I got this." I said, so that's my life nowadays. But look, we get to recap part 1 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. First of all, before we get into the actual show, we never talked about the reunion dresses because I know that all of us have a fashionable eye. So I do want to know who you felt your best dress was. I'll go first. My best dress was Porsha. I think Portia's dress was phenomenal. I loved Angela's and I love Shamia's. Those are my favorite looks.
Yep.
Let me go.
Claudia, since you got on yellow today.
I know. I agree. Oh. This is my reunion look from Shein. So anyway,
what a star you are. You got it on your chest.
Yo, Portia's dress, 10 out of 10. She always delivers with the gowns. Like she knows her body's type. Like she always dresses right. Like her looks are, you cannot come for them. Like they look really good. That waist was snatched in. Those new titties were sitting up high. They looked really good. That color, the gold. I love her dress. It made her look taller. Like she looked really, really good. I love Shamia's dress. It was really unique. And Angela's was not as fancy, but the cutaway were nice. And she looked really elegant because she has that really thin kind of like a modelly type body. I agree with those three. But I definitely think Porsha was definitely best dressed. Absolutely. But it was close though. But she looked fantastic. Yeah. They all look fantastic except Phaedra.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. These were the best dressed to me on the set. Porsha, Shamia's skin alone with those beautiful yellows and greens against her skin, she looked gorgeous. Porsha and Shamia, Angela Oakley look good as hell. She's so fit. She's got a beautiful body. Angela looks great. She looked really, really pretty. And my girl Cynthia Bailey looked really clean, fresh, simple, straight to the point. She's a model, so the clothes she wears, the clothes don't wear her. She looked beautiful. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna tear nobody down like I could.
Oh, I did.
They gave us material.
That shit was ridiculous. I was like, am I being punked right now? Listen, if we gonna
Phaedra looked like she was finna walk a ball. You know how they have like a look when you walk a ball.
Walk a what? Like a barbed wire?
Like walk a ball.
No, a ball.
That's what
is that what the thing when they do the death fall back? Touching me? I want to learn how to do that. Yeah. No, she looked like, and she's so little. It was too much stuff for her body too. She's too little to have all that stuff on her. Like, I'm like, what is going on?
How are we supposed to have a serious conversation and you got all this shit up on top of your head and your ears? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we're supposed to talk. So I
don't get her. Like she a fairy.
Well, one dress that we weren't able to see on the show that we were able to see on Instagram today is Britt Edie. So Britt Edie did post what her reunion dress was going to be. Yes. Claudia and Dustin, I'm sure you guys seen it, but this is her look.
Yeah.
That's her dress. Let me give it this one. It's another good photo of it. Styled by Paris Che.
Amazing.
Okay. Listen, beautiful girl.
She looked bomb, and she wasted such a great look being a pussy and not showing up because
she looks beautiful. And she always her looks hit. She looks good all the time, and she looks good in that reunion dress. It would have been great to see it on the stage.
She would have been giving Porsha a run for her money. It would have been 1-2. I still think Porsha got her, but still, like she was right there on that same level of elegance. The face looked pretty. She looked amazing, but like she released the whole trailer like a sizzle reel for a dress for a show she didn't show up for, which I thought that was kind of corny. But I would rather have seen her on that couch, stepping out, standing by everything she said, answering questions, facing the music. Then she would have killed if she would. I'll be like giving her all the praises. Like, yo, she showed up. Looked bad as hell, bad meaning good, and like held her head up high, like, yep, I said that. No, I did not. You lied about this. She would have killed it instead of this.
I wish she would have showed up too.
Yeah. So she did release a statement, and y'all know I like to make sure to put on my reading glasses to get everything accurate. So Dustin,
as a journalist,
as a journalist, hey Porsha, as a former journalist, hey Claudia. Claudia went viral this weekend with the baby moment from the reunion, which I enjoyed seeing. Okay. Britt said today, 3 hours ago, as I close this chapter, I want to thank everyone. Claudia.
I used to do pageants, and I used to have to give these whack ass, fake ass answers that we had to like curate with our pageant coach, and it just gives me like pageant coach for Little Miss Sunshine, not the Miss USA system that me and Kenya were in. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Ooh, okay.
Let me stop being a hater.
Okay. As I close this chapter, I want to thank everyone who supported me. My friends, Claudia and Dustin. I'm teasing. My followers.
I love you, Britt. I love everyone.
My followers, my amazing team, and everyone who defended my name. I decided to walk away from something that no longer serves me because I choose peace over destroying my mental. It's very easy to say what I should have done when most have not walked a day in my shoes. I choose me. And a lot of people can't say they choose themselves. I still have a lot of healing left to do, but you can't heal in the same place that made you sick. I don't owe anyone closure. I only owe myself to do what's best for me. My journey here is done. Signed, Britt with the kissy face, and Marlo Hampton liked it. Okay, so I'm so messy. I just love me. But Britt, not Britt. Well, I'll start.
Hey, were you calling one of us Britt?
He was calling me Britt.
Oh, wow.
I was calling Dustin Britt.
Okay.
Because Dustin's a baddie too. Don't get it twisted, okay?
I mean, really?
We hang out one night. We hang out one night in New York, and next thing you know, he's saying I'm on a poster.
Well,
that Drew Sidora sent me, allegedly.
Right,
Okay.
allegedly.
So I would like to say this. And Britt, I know you're watching. Hi, how you doing? I will say this. Hey, Britt. I will say this. Britt, I respect anybody's decision when they do walk away from something that they feel no longer serves them. So my props do, and I'm being serious. My props go out to you. If you felt that this did not serve you and it wasn't peaceful to you, then I think the more the merrier to you to experience whatever your heart's desire. I will say this about Britt. Britt, you can say what you want about her. She's beautiful. That's a beautiful woman. She wears clothes wonderfully. And I said this after the first episode. I was into what Britt was going to bring. I felt that towards the end, Britt was delivering things we all wanted to see in the earlier seasons. I said again that when it came to Britt, I will always have sympathy for her because I don't know what it's like to go through what she went through when, although we now know those weren't her images according to her. I said day one that she deserves grace because unless you know what that felt like, you can't say what her reaction should have been. I definitely have had my opinions on Britt, as I should have as a journalist. But what I will say fundamentally is I wish the best for her. I don't know if she ever wants to do reality television again. But what I will say, as the king of reality, Britt, you do have something. You really do. You really do. I thought this was going to be the platform for you to excel on the show. You decided to leave. More power to you. But what I will say is there is a future for you on television. And my hope for you is as you take time to heal, I really want you to find a situation that you feel serves you because you are somebody, in my opinion, that has the personality and the look. And although I've been hard on other stuff, not here for that to talk about today, but I do feel fundamentally you have what it takes to grow in this business. So I wanted to end by saying that. Oh.
Who's
hey,
next?
Claudia.
It wouldn't be Monday Night Live.
Clearly, Claudia.
It's not hate. I'm like, once you're not a girl's girl, I'm off you, and I'm probably off you forever. Like, that's like the core of me is like, you know, I'm a girl's girl with other girls. Let me make that clear. Not just because you're a girl. Like, girls that don't do that kind of stuff. Once you show me you're not, like, there's certain people I come for, and you got to look at the people that I do come for. They're usually people that violate girl code, take other girls' men, interfere in other people's relationships, or just do this nastiness, like liars. I just don't respect those type of people. Now, even with that being said, I know I've been hard on Britt all season, and she deserved every little bit of it. To me, it's like she left at the end when she was actually turning the corner and becoming more likable. Where even I was like, okay, I'm kind of here for this now. After like 15 horrible episodes, or 14, towards the end, she was like coming, the looks got better. She was like kind of being a little bit more like main character energy and doing better. And then you quit. Like, that's when it wasn't good for your mental health. I would think you would have quit when you were really having a hard time. Episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's when she was getting dragged on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of confusing where it's like, imagine being in a bad relationship where like he's, you know, it's abusive and he's cheating on you and giving you STDs and all kind of stuff. And you don't leave then, right? But then when things get better in your life, that's when you're like, I'm out of here. I don't get, maybe that's a bad analogy, but anyways,
Claudia.
It really was. But I'm just saying, hey man,
Dustin did not want to say
it really was. No, when it came out, I was like, oh, I should have thought about this a little bit more. I didn't think about it. Sorry, y'all. Hey, y'all.
I love this show so much.
Okay. All right, let me give you make it maybe a job, a bad job.
Damn.
You don't quit when it's at the very worst of your job, but then when it gets better, you're like, I can't take it anymore. That's the last straw. You know when you're falling and it's too late to catch yourself.
Yes, it's happening now. Yes, go ahead.
I was like, can I stick this landing? No, I
can't.
No,
Dustin, Claudia was like this the whole time.
Yeah. Straight quicksand, straight up. Quicksand commentary.
Unlike some people, we admit when we wrong and we fuck up, and I really was.
Right.
You are like, so shady. I caught that. Go ahead, child.
She quit when it was better for her, and not when it was really like, I could understand Britt quitting episode in the mid-season because it was bad for her then, but she didn't. She stuck around and she's popping off. And then when we started to like her and people were like, the tide was turning for her, she leaves then. And I think that's why a lot of people are like, I love the comments. Yes, I know bad acting. I do TV movies. Yep, just book 2 more. So anyway, okay. So yeah, I'm disappointed because like I even started to be like a little more interested in her, and I wasn't here for her. So yeah, I wish she would have stayed. I wish she would have showed up.
Yeah,
Denise would like for you to save her, Justin. Go ahead, child.
Here he comes. So here's my Britt take, right? As Britt exits season. I think that Britt was done a disservice and maybe did a disservice to herself by taking the conflict with Kenya Moore outside of the screen, right? I'm not sure if Britt was involved in the decision to cease filming with Kenya Moore, but if she was, that was something that was detrimental to her own relationship with the fans because it interrupted the process of us getting to know her. And I don't think that was fair to her. I don't think that was fair to us. And based on her not being on the posters, according to Britt's own word, I don't think that was fair to Kenya. I think that both ladies deserved a full season to figure out that conflict. I think the fandom deserved a full season to get to know Britt and all the things that she had to offer. I do agree with Claudia that Britt was blooming towards the end of the season and we were finally getting to know her personality more. I think that Britt, there is a place for Britt in television. I think that she has an eye for fashion. She's obviously very well dressed. I think that her and her incredible stylist, Paris Shea, shout out to Paris Shea, they should do fashion commentary, like a Fashion Police style show, and dress Britt up every week or every episode and talk about fashion around the world and entertainment. I would love to see that. There's obviously a place for her elsewhere, but it just didn't work out on this season in the Housewives. And I wish that everybody involved in that interruption of the season could have zoomed out, right, and looked at the bigger picture of how it would impact the fans and the ladies on the cast who deserved their opportunity, their full shot at a full season. So I hate the way it turned out, but I think Britt's a beautiful woman, and I think that her and her stylist Paris Shea make magic, and so they should explore fashion commentary, some sort of format in that way.
And she definitely got the look thing down, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
I will say this: if she does, y'all believe in her to be on television still, and that's. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that agree with you, but to be a good reality star in college, this, you can't be doing the fake shit. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Yeah, like there is no place for you because you're gonna be another Phaedra, or another. There's a whole bunch of other fake people.
So don't do reality. There's other stuff that she could do. You know what I'm saying? Like because we don't have to get anything that involves us getting to know her personality or her personal life. She can just work in fashion commentary or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not a window into her life and her personality and exploring her getting along with other women. Fuck all that. Like, just do something else if you want to be in entertainment. You don't have to be personality.
Anything that comes involves her being authentic is not going to fly. But if she wants to talk about fashion, she's still got to do some things. But like that, faking planes, shopping for planes and cars and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
When you do reality television, everyone looks into you immediately have a spotlight on you in a microscope, and they're going to look into all those things, and you're going to just embarrass yourself. Yeah. But her and her, yes, I will agree with you. Her and her stylist, it's a great team, and she has a great.
It's a good idea, Dustin. It's a really good idea. I actually agree with you when it comes to that one. Speaking of her, the reunion started, and Drew Sidora revealed once Andy informed the girls that Britt was not there, that the last time Drew Sidora heard from Britt was when Britt threatened to sue her. Drew Sidora said that Britt gave her a heads up that she's going to sue her, allegedly, for her alleged involvement in the photos being shown at Kenya's event by Kenya's poster boards. Everybody seemed to be surprised with that, including myself. I'm at a loss for words when it comes to that because I don't understand it. But Claudia, when you heard that, what was your thoughts on that?
Okay, Britt, once again, this is why I don't like you. You lie so much. Like, if you released a statement saying it wasn't you. So if Drew Sidora allegedly gave pictures of you, not you, to Kenya, but wasn't you, how are you suing Drew Sidora for pictures that were never of you? Yeah. Girl, bye. This is why I don't fuck with you, because you don't tell the truth. And when we want to have empathy for you, we cannot, because you try to make us feel bad all season long that Kenya did this horrible thing to you, all for you to say, it wasn't even me in the first place. Girl, what is it? Which is it? So, Drew, don't even worry about that. Like I said, if you about that life, file a lawsuit, sue me. And I think this is a lawsuit that is going to be a waste of money. You need to pay that country club first and not worry about this frivolous lawsuits. Like, I think it's a waste of time because you by what you did, your own actions, I think you kind of mess up your lawsuit by saying it wasn't me. So if Drew sent pictures that weren't you, what is she liable for?
And this is why I'm pissed off. This is why the whole firing Kenya and now Britt not showing up to the reunion. This is why that pisses us off as fans, because we're left confused. We don't know what the hell went on. We don't know. It is confusing for Britt to say that the pictures were in fact not her, even though it was alleged to be her. And then also her take umbrage with Drew, you know, in the form of filing a lawsuit. If it wasn't her, was it her? We haven't had a chance to find out anything because we haven't had a chance to hear these women speak. We haven't had a chance to hear Kenya and Britt talk it out. We haven't had a chance to see Kenya talk to Drew about the alleged photo distribution. We haven't had a chance to hear what anybody had to say because the season was interrupted. And then the reunion was interrupted by Britt's absence. And it just really sucks as a viewer because we're left holding the ball. We don't know what the fuck is going on.
Carlos, can you imagine how big of it would have been if they just said, you know what, bit the bullet, had Kenya back and found a way for maybe Kenya and Britt to be off to the side and talk it out? Like, everyone was dying for that conversation. I believe the Kenya that we know would have been open to sit down. You know, I think Kenya will sit down and talk with anyone. I mean, if she could be friends at Porsha, dragged, she can. I think she'll sit down with her. You know what I mean?
Yes, like, I agree. I agree 1000%.
And it would have been good for Brittany. It would have saved Britt. It would have made Britt more likable. It would have saved both of them. It would have helped both of them, actually.
Exactly.
Yes, no, listen, I was always the main one saying in a perfect world, listen, I'm not a lawyer. And one thing I always try to, remind people, our listeners and our viewers, is the fact that, like, for example, I'm an executive producer. Excuse me. I create shows. My job is to focus on the shows and the work I do.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you sell a show to a network, everybody has a boss. There are so many different conglomerates involved. And what a lot of people don't understand is legal, when it comes to the legalities of any situation, what you guys may not understand is that they trump creative people.
Mm-hmm.
Creatively, you could think something about one thing, but legal has to protect all parties involved. And sometimes it does impact your creative decisions. I agree with you, Claudia. I think Kenya Moore, based on her conversation with Tamron Hall, because I love to always cite my sources, she did say that she was open to apologizing to her. And I don't know Britt. I've never met Britt. I think Britt would have possibly been open to hearing it out. It's unfortunate that we weren't able to see it, but I do want to remind people that when you have a show on the air, whether it's scripted or unscripted, always remember this: when things don't make a lot of sense, always keep in mind it's bigger than all of us. And there's even as the creative of my shows, there's conversations that happens outside of me that I can't control. It's the way it works. And I think we just got to be mindful of that too.
Now, Kenya could snatch up Britt and have her on, not snatch her up like that, but have her on her YouTube channel and then show the world like they both don't have an I don't think either one has an obligation to Bravo anymore. But imagine if she had her on and then she decided to like extend an olive branch and like let's talk. I think that'd be a huge,
Yeah. But yeah. I would love to see it. Listen, maybe like you said, Claudia, in some form or fashion, we will be able to see it in the right environment. But I do think in a perfect world, I would love to see those two hash it out, because I think a conversation that we did not see deserves to be seen. Now, one thing we did not see for the whole season was Porsha's house. We were able to see it at the finale. Porsha did talk about it at the reunion. She did tear up as she talked about the divorce with Simon and how it took them 9 months to come to an agreement with a prenup, and that one of the stipulations in the prenup was if something happened in their marriage, Simon, within a certain time frame, Simon would have to leave the home and still pay the mortgage for a certain amount of years. So that was revealed in this episode. Shamia was asked by Porsha if she thought Simon was a scammer. So that was news to us. Porsha said that Shamia asked Porsha if she thought Simon was a scammer. Porsha did say that Shamia and Gerald allegedly asked Porsha, what do you know about Simon? We are hearing things about where he gets his money from. That to me was a big bomb drop that to me detailed some very pertinent information about the reputation that Simon allegedly had. What did you take from that, Dustin?
Listen, it's crystal clear at this point what went on with this Porsha and Simon shit. Porsha is playing it out, saying that it was a love story going wrong. Porsha is not going to date a broke man. We know that. Simon was a lick. Porsha hit it, did what she had to do, and came off good. You know what I'm saying? She got a good deal in her divorce settlement per what we've been privy to online. Let's just leave it there. I think that Porsha's ready to leave it there too. During the reunion, she said, listen, when they were trying to pin the burden of responsibility of her and Simon's coupling on someone, right? And they were saying that Shamia was the matchmaker and Porsha wouldn't cop to it. Porsha said, listen, let me just take all the heat for this. She said, all parties involved have moved on. I took them, I gave them back. That's it. That's how you know that this was something that is finished for her. And in order for it to be complete, it was not true love. It was something that had a start and a stop date, if I'm being clear enough, right? This is not a love story. This is a lick that Porsha hit. Simon was using her. She was using him. Now it's over. It's that simple.
I think they came up. I think the Shamia introduced us was a reverse engineering after the fact that Porsha did reach out to Simon in his DMs and said, how you doing with this divorce? And it looked bad to say that when she was introduced on the show to Fallon. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a turn that people probably wouldn't expect. I'm going to give Porsha props. Porsha is the first American to scam a Nigerian and win.
Claudia Jordan.
It's usually, that's a little thing that's going around online. I didn't make that up, but I did definitely agree. I'm like, I'm not mad. Now, if me and Porsha were like talking, whatever, like if we were friends,
but Claudia, that wasn't a compliment. I thought you were going to say something.
No,
nice.
I am complimenting her because peep this.
Saying she's the first American to that's a compliment, Claudia.
That's 1 point for America, okay? Because Nigeria been whooping our ass with the scam and limit sale.
She a patriot.
She is a true American. So listen, not only a journalist, but a true American. So listen, I told people a long time ago through my sources that Simon got his money by ill-begotten ways, allegedly. I had heard that he intercepted a wire transfer, allegedly, that wasn't for him, and that was the majority of his wealth. Now, throughout the entire time we saw Simon on television, we could never find out what his businesses were. Where was the office? It was like a fax machine. Like he had no ad, like nothing. You cannot find his business online. No, I didn't do a deep dive. I just was looking at Tisa Tell's videos and some others, but like you couldn't really verify. I'm not mad at Porsha because Simon obviously was using. Simon was obviously using Porsha for the fame. A lot of people that have money and they're corny, right? They desire the things that money can't buy. The social currency, the attention. So what do? You attach yourself to a beautiful, popping, famous girl, and you instantly get. No one knew who Simon was 4 years ago, and now we all know who Simon is. So I ain't mad at Porsha because he was going to use her for her beauty and her proximity to her fame, and she said, "All right, cool." And at the end of the day, she didn't come up on him. This is the prenup that he agreed to. Yep. All she wanted was for them to enforce what he agreed to. She didn't try to get more than the agreement said. She wanted what was in the prenup. Simon, that's your fault. So while you was over here trying to scam her, you got scammed. And I am Team Porsha for this. 1 point for America, 5 points for Atlanta. I love it. Go girl. I'm not mad at you. And I do believe you called ice. And if you did, I'm not even mad about that either. You got to film in that house, and the house is dope. I'm just saying. Now, that's the tea that I heard on him. I'm saying allegedly.
But Claudia, you had me at fax machine. Because I don't know what all
where's the fax machine?
Right. Who a fax machine?
Who faxes still? Like, get you some DocuSign, some Sign Easy. I don't know. Cam scammer. There's all kinds of scanner. Cam scammer for him. But yeah, he tried to play her and he got played. I love it. I love that.
I do. Okay, not to shift gears off the topic of Atlanta Housewives, but I do want to have a conversation about something Claudia said. Because I love to have a real conversation about things that everybody can relate to. Okay. Claudia is alleging that Porsha and Simon both use each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ugly rich men always use beautiful women for.
Okay. So let's have a conversation.
Rich men.
Okay. So let's have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to relationships, right? Should it be a situation where it's okay to know that we're both in a situation that's mutually beneficial for the both of us? And no one should be mad if this relationship ends, because at the end of the day, I want something out of you. You want something out of me. We both understand that. Let's get together. Let's see how it works. I'm not talking about Porsha and Simon in that case. I'm just saying in general, is that something that is okay, that you think should just be something that people shouldn't judge?
Yeah, I think people have every right to set the terms and boundaries for their relationships as they wish. A rich man and a beautiful woman is a tale as old as time. That's not nothing new. And for years, for centuries, forever, you know what I mean? Like men with money and power have used that to persuade beautiful women who otherwise would not be into them to be into them. And the same vice versa. Beautiful women, you know, they with money, you know what I'm saying, they can persuade, or ugly women with money can persuade a beautiful man to be with the same thing, man, whatever the configuration of the relationship is. And that's just the way the game goes. So I don't think for 1 second Simon thought that Porsha, you know, got wet when she looked at him just because, you know what I'm saying. I think that he knows what was going on. I think that Porsha obviously knew what was going on. And let's just be clear, she won. You know what I'm saying? She got a bag. She's getting a bag every month. She gets to use that house for, I think, 3 more years. She won. That's the price that you pay. That's the risk he took in involving himself in the relationship. And unfortunately, that's the reward she got. For him, it's unfortunate, not for her. So I ain't tripping. This is the game. That's just how the game goes. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it as long as everybody agrees to be a participant, as long as everybody is consensual. Fuck it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, we can sit here and be judgy, like, oh, you got with that man for his money. And then we can also flip and be like, okay, well, you got with that woman because of her looks. Like, you know, maybe at some point in the relationship. I mean, I remember seeing them online sometimes at events, and they look like they were happy. But, you know, it is fun when you're getting what you want. Like, you're getting a sexy person on your arm and you're getting a rich man on your arm. Like, you can be happy. There's different areas of happy. Happy is not just black or white. There's gray areas. And then clearly it was working for them for a while until it didn't. You know what I mean? So, I mean, listen, she has a strong stomach, and he was, you know, gonna give it to her. She earned all 20 million, 10 million, whatever that is, and she
Yes,
should
he
get
did.
it. She should get it. Listen, can you imagine?
That's why she was. That's why she was dancing at them all them weddings they had. She was dancing in all them videos and shit. She was ready, man, because that money was finna roll on in. That's just what it was.
That's simply.
Yeah. She was so good. Like, she really adopted. She was doing the dances, like, right. And I was like, okay, Porsha, like, I'm not even being shady to her right now. I'm really not. Like, I'm not mad. Like, he probably thought, I'm gonna get this dumb girl and, you know, just throw some money at her, and I'm gonna be on Housewives. You know, he wanted to be on Housewives.
100%. And that's what makes me side with Porsha if I'm taking a side, I guess. That's what makes me be closer to Porsha's POV of things, because I don't like guys like that. I thought it was mad corny that he continues to have something to say. I thought it was corny that he tried and was successful at blocking Porsha from filming in that crib during the season. You want to get a divorce, just get a divorce and go on down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that all of the pettiness and the intentional like messiness, it really turned me off towards Simon and anything that he had to say. So
and then he was kind of being like real messy boots, like online, like he was putting a lot of subliminals and stuff to her.
Yeah,
I thought that was real corny too. Like, he was being like kind of a bitch afterwards. It was annoying.
That's whack.
Look at a whole segment pro Porsha. Like, I love it.
Well, no, it was good. I mean, listen, I think it's what the both of you said. At the end of the day, it's finally over, and may they both experience happiness separately. Now, as we sort of wrap up this Simon Porsha situation, I do want to bring up something that occurred at the reunion, and that is the conversation of Kelli, who was asked whether or not she was being shady in the first episode of the season when she asked Porsha, why did she take that woman's husband? Kelli was questioned whether or not she wanted a moment or she really was concerned about it. I'll start, and I want Claudia to go next. I'll say this. Y'all know I love Kelli. Kelli is a 10 out of 10 when it comes to her presence on the show and her value on the show. I would love to see Kelli come back. I love some Kelli. Kelli, now look, in my opinion, sis, and you know I love you, and I'm not mad at it. Kelli wanted a moment, and I'm not mad at it. I said it day one. No one in real life walks up to a person at a gathering and say, why did you take that lady's husband? But it's not a bad thing. You're on the show, you're new, and you wanted to get your presence known. I feel the same way about Kelli doing that for a moment. The same way I felt about Britt egging Kenya on for a moment. I think those two new girls came in like, we know we got to do something with these vets. And look, I think Porsha clocked it, which is why she gave it nothing. And listen, that's not shade towards Kelly either, because that's the job Kelly was hired to do, is to ask tough questions. Because at the end of the day, that first scene, episode 1, she had zero alliance, zero friendship with Porsha. So rightfully so, ask the question. So yeah, that's how I felt. I felt Kelly did it because she won the moment, and rightfully so.
It definitely made you pay attention to her out the gate. And she's also was there where she wasn't the only newbie. It was Shamia, it was Angela, it was Britt, it was her. And that kind of made her stand out like, whoa, she's kind of fearless. And a lot of times when you come on, the new girls are like kind of timid, like they don't really know what they should or shouldn't do. And I mean, of course, if you're Porsha, you're going to be offended. Like, girl, and Porsha had every right to be like, mind your business. I don't know you like that, to be asking me those kind of questions. Like, who are you? But Porsha did clock it, and she did, she's a veteran of reality. She's gonna clock it and not fall for it. But I think that it was a good move for Kelly. But I could definitely see why Porsha would be irritated by it. But like, girl, by who are you? So.
Yeah, I think Kelly saw and seized an opportunity there, right? Because Porsha, this was her return. She left the show after season 13, and that's when coincidentally her relationships with Simon moved forward and progressed towards marriage. And with the controversial nature of the beginning of their relationship, no one had been able to who kind of address it, even mention it, and we had not seen Porsha address it at all until that moment. I think Kelly saw that opportunity, and it was in her mind, it was like they were playing musical chairs and the music stopped. She ran to get the seat before anybody else could, and she brought up, you know what I'm saying, the elephant in the room, which was Porsha, her coupling with Simon. That's what she did. And so whether people feel like it was right or wrong, it definitely made us pay attention to Kelly, and it was her introduction into the fold.
And really, if you think about it, Porsha got it pretty easy because this season, her returning was the season we all thought we would get those kind of conversations. So she basically only got one moment where she was really pressed about it, and the rest of the season really wasn't about that. Like she wasn't able to. It wasn't a thing. So that was light compared to what we all thought it was going to be. We thought the whole season was going to be, right?
For sure, just like Phaedra, right? People have nobody's really they've lightly addressed Phaedra's exit from the show, and she hasn't really had to talk about it, you know what I'm saying, up until this point. So I think it's the same, and I understand it because part of it is like that shit was years ago in both cases, right? Like who wants to address the past or whatever, but then other people will feel like Kelly felt like, fuck that, there's an opportunity here and I'm getting ready to ask the question, you know what I mean? So you just can't get mad at it to me.
Yeah, no, you can't. It's reality TV 101. And Kelly did the job that she was supposed to do. So again, I felt she did it for those reasons, and no one could tell me different. Now,
Carlos, if you were producing, I'm sorry, if you were producing in that episode and you were like in the booth or wherever you guys are off to the side watching with the headphones,
Video Village.
Would you be like, yes? Would that be a moment where producers were like, hell yeah, like that would be like a yes?
Well, no, yes, Kelly, I would have done this like clock it, like clock. The thing is this. One thing, and I shared this on Monday Night Live. One thing that I detest is when reality stars who are on the show, they use other people to bring us something they know.
Oh.
Whether it's bringing in some random person, whether it's feeding it to the producers, hoping that, again, I can't speak for other shows. I'll speak for the ones I work on. So I said that to say, I would have been gagged in the best way possible that Kelly asks a question. That's the elephant in the room. And I also think a lot of people discredit Porsha when it comes to Porsha knew coming back to that season, like Dustin said, her being gone soon thereafter, her and Simon got together. She knew that was going to come up. She knew it. She may not have thought it was going to come up that day by Kelly. I think Porsha probably thought, okay, King is going to ask me that, right? But I also think she knew and she was prepared for it. So yeah, that's why, listen, I will give Kelly her props. It's okay to have uncomfortable conversations instead of you bringing on some random friend that you see for 2 seconds and the next thing you know, you don't see them no more. So raindrops, whenever you see a person drop a bomb and you see them no more, it's because they were put up to that by the star. But anywho, little tea for y'all too. Now, with that being said, Kelly and Porsha had a back and forth in regards to the divorce. Porsha felt that, Kelly, you're going through divorce. You should know how I felt. Kelly was like, look, you were married for 11 months. I was married for 11 years. We're not the same. And Porsha felt that that was Kelly's way of discrediting her emotions. Did you guys feel that way too, Dustin, when you heard that?
I laughed personally. I was like, damn, Kelly. Kelly was dribbling that ball all between her legs at that point. I was like, she is literally holding court on this stage. And it was funny to me because I don't think Porsha saw that response coming in real time. And you could tell because it kind of threw her off. Kelly was very much, she interrupted Porsha's dialogue. Like, well, I'm just saying, don't compare the two. I was married for 11 years. You were married for 11 months. And Porsha was like, oh, so mine doesn't matter. And that's exactly what Kelly was saying, basically. And Kelly just kind of sat in it. Like, so I loved it. And I thought it was great. A great Housewives volley of conversation between Kelly and Porsha on that reunion stage. I loved it.
Yeah, because I think it'd be one thing if we all thought and were in a
Did Simon cut off your Wi-Fi, Claudia? Baby, Simon
that Wi-Fi.
Is the fax machine at Simon's office not working for you today, Claudia? Baby, Simon Gubadia said from Dubai or Nigeria or from Cape Town.
That's
I
right.
am still very much alive, child.
He said, baby, I might have been in ice. I'm putting that Wi-Fi on ice now. That's what he said.
You said he put the Wi-Fi on ice?
Yes, he did. That is hilarious. Damn, man. Well, listen.
Well, look, Dustin.
Yes.
All I
Yep, she'll be back. See,
look, the show must go on. Claudia, if you have been they cut her wires, dog. That shit is so funny.
And he done called ice on the damn Wi-Fi. And you know, in Texas, they coming to get you. If you call ice in Texas, they on the way. So damn, man.
Claudia, text us if you're okay. So welcome to Yes Child Monday Night Live, child.
That's
so
right.
but that's it. I will say this. I did feel like, okay, going through a divorce is something that is just so devastating that, in my opinion, whether it's 11 months or 11 years, having a man attack you online and going through a divorce in general is tough, especially when you're in the public eye. And I think because Porsha celebrity is at the highest that it's ever been. So anything Simon did was on front page street, from the Shade Room to the Neighborhood Talk to the Jasmine brand to Page 6 to everywhere. And I think when it comes to Kelly, yes, Kelly was married for 11 years, and not to discredit her divorce, that was awful what she experienced, and I feel it. But I do think the difference is Kelly's divorce for 11 years was never made public until she got on the show. On the show. Yeah, and I think that the years may be different, but I think the weight of what Porsha had to deal with it being so public, 11 months probably did feel like 11 years to her.
I see what you're saying. Basically, like, their experience as housewives going through a divorce is kind of fucked up. And that's something that they can share in common, no matter how long the duration of the relationship was. Dealing with that in public can be tough for anybody. And I feel her. But Kelly tore her up when she said that. Kelly did. She said that, Carlos. She did.
No, listen, baby. Kelly, if you're watching, because I know you are, baby, you were outstanding this reunion. Raindrops, let me know in the comments. I thought Kelly, for a first-time reunion woman on that show, I thought she did a fabulous job. 10 out of a 10 performance for Kelly Farrell. Fantastic. Right? The other person who I thought was great, Dustin, was Drew Sidora.
100%. And I was just about to go there with you. Drew.
Go there.
Drew has gotten settled into her shoes as a housewife when it comes to explaining herself, when it comes to having a casual, nonchalant disposition in the heated conversation on that stage, all of those things. We forgot how bad that dress looked as Drew was talking, because she was just saying things that were so relevant and poignant and funny and timely, and she was getting in their ass. It was great. Drew actually had a great reunion as part one.
Dustin, you saw what they just said?
What? Ooh, Claudia.
Claudia, are you okay? Did something happen to you?
I think I've been flagged ever since I started talking about Simon and scamming and his immigration status. I think I got flagged. I don't know what happened. I could hear y'all. You were saying, did Simon turn up your?
Me and Dustin had the best time. But so Claudia, we're about to get into Drew Sidora. I thought Drew Sidora had a great reunion as well. Listen, Drew Sidora gave a moment that has trended on Twitter when she told Porsha, Simon says, you don't have a storyline.
She ate. Is this what they doing?
That's what the kids are doing now.
Listen, Drew Sidora, the cousin of me and Michael Jordan. You, me, Drew Sidora, Michael Jordan, Eric Benet, whose last name is really Jordan. We're all cousins, so I have to
wait. Is it?
Yes,
I don't think
Eric
I knew
Jordan,
that.
Eric Benet Jordan. That's my cousin. Me, yes, Drew's
So
not.
her name was Hallie Jordan.
Huh?
At one point.
Yeah,
Halle Berry's
Hallie
name
was
was-
also our cousin as well. Listen, Drew Sidora has all famous cousins. You didn't know.
Thank you.
Yo, but so quick, and when you use a relevant name or whatever in your clapback in real time, that means you did not pre-record it. You didn't pre-write it. It was in the spur of the moment. Chef's kid's cousin. Chef's kid.
I don't know.
Simon said.
I'm gonna say, and now I think it was delivered flawlessly, right? But I definitely think that was written and arranged before it was delivered. I will say
arranged like the vocals in her booth with Dennis
think
Child.
it was. Now, did she deliver it at the right time? Yes. But I definitely think that somebody had clicked.
And that's not bad. Listen,
yeah.
I liked it.
I'm with Dustin. I don't think. Listen. We love Drew.
Yeah.
And the read still is a read. The thing is this. You can have prepared reads in your head before you go on. Like, for example, anybody that goes on the reunion, they know, like, I'm going to address this. I'm going to talk about that. Boom, boom, boom. I will say this. I agree with all of you guys. Claudia's right. She ate that. Dustin is right. I think she knew going in when to say it. The beauty of her read is, okay, I'm going to say this, for example. When Marlo Hampton told Kim Zolciak season 4 reunion, Kim, I really thought me and you would get along because I felt like you and I are the same person. You know what? Scratch that. We're not the same person. You're a whore.
Let's take it a step further, Los. Right? Stay there. Stay there. Because you're in the right place.
A good read.
Let's take it a step further. The difference, right? Now that was incredible. You could tell she wrote it. But look at the difference between when Cynthia and Marlo were sitting on that couch next to each other, tearing Kim ass up, and Kim was like, Cynthia, I don't even know what you're talking right now. And Cynthia was like, I don't even know you got that dress on. And immediately Marlo looked at Cynthia and started laughing, said, look like she going to prom. Now, that was in the moment. That was off the dome. That was off the top of her head. And that was straight up. And there's a difference. You get what I'm saying? You can tell the shit. Yes. Written as opposed to the shit that's just firing off the dome in the moment.
Yes.
Both great, both impactful, both landed. But there's just a difference in the
way. Landed.
Yes.
Claudia.
I'm standing on business for Drew. I feel like Drew gets a bad rap because you know why? I think people don't like the way she dressed, and I get that too. People be so moved by someone being able to dress, and because you like the way someone dresses, not y'all, but people will give them so many accolades, and they are better than they really are. And someone that doesn't dress as well or isn't deemed to dress as well has a harder time. I can't stand her. I don't like her. All you people out here in YouTube land, y'all make me sick. All y'all care about is a label. The way people turned and got on Kim Kardashian's dick after dragging her because she's leveled up with the clothes, it showed me all I need to know about the public. That's what y'all be caring about. Drew gets her criticism, but let's not act like that was the first time she ate, because also need I remind everybody in the season when she was sitting across from Britt, whatever, and she said, "Did you sell the cat or whatever?" The cat. She's been kind of coming with it, not kind of. She's been coming with it this season. I think it's time for Drew to get her props.
Agreed.
In that regard, I feel like Drew gets treated really badly, and I don't know why. And I think it's because some people don't admire or love the way she dresses. But she did step up her glam this season, and you cannot, all season I loved her glam. I didn't love her dress.
No, Drew is great, and that's why I want Drew to come back. Claudia, Shantae wants to know, did you write that read for Drew?
If I would have wrote it, it would have been a lot meaner. Oh no. I used to write hip hop lyrics back in the day. I used to write lyrics no one famous, like struggle rappers, but I still did it. I got a little pen on me. I should have wrote it for next season, Drew. I'm available.
Yeah.
So one thing that also happened, the reason why Drew also had a stellar, performance at the reunion is Andy Cohen played a video of an interview that Drew did with this blogger, content creator, journalist named Chase of the No Chaser TV. So follow him on Instagram. Shout out to No Chaser TV. Shout out to Chase. He's amazing. I love him. On that podcast, Drew said that Porsha's return was a flop, and she stood on that.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think Porsha's return was a flop?
I don't think that. I think that it was not what people thought it was going to be, right? Which was seeing Porsha live this great life with this husband that people didn't think she should have in the first place. And I think that because it was not that, people deemed it a flop. And because we never really saw Porsha have a breakdown or lose control or be crying uncontrollably, because she kind of held it together all season, it did not feel like, we were really getting to see what was going on in her life. So, I mean, if that's what the barometer is, then yeah, if that's what you're basing it on. I didn't think her season was a flop, but some people do.
And I'm one of them.
Okay.
I think Porsha's too. I do. And I think she's too, and it's a compliment again to her being a big personality. For someone with that much personality, that much charisma, that much that we all know is really going on in her life, we would have wanted to see more. A lot of times in the scene, she was operating more as a friend of the show. Yes, a lot of it was because she was kind of capped at the knees by the Simon thing. But a lot of times she was like worrying about petty shit, but she wasn't like, it seemed like Angela was a housewife. It seemed like Drew was a house. Like we got a lot of their personal stuff, and they were at the center of a lot of things. Porsha kind of came off as almost like a +1 in some regards, even though she's Porsha, but she didn't really get the same like grandness in this season as she's had in other seasons, I would say. You know what I mean? Like it was always, there's in radio, there's the initiator, and then there's the responder, the sidekick. And she was more responding to other people's stuff than initiating her own, moving her own storyline forward, which, again, she was capped at the knees by the whole Simon thing. So maybe next season it could be more about her and what she has going on instead of just worrying about Drew and her baby daddy that she knows weren't messing around, worrying about goofy shit. You know what I mean? Like, she was kind of off her square, but, she looked good.
Well, no, I will say this. Well, a compliment. Yeah, Claudia. Woo, gotta roll.
Listen, I'm a ball of sunshine. I'm just so happy these days. I'm in such a good place.
It's the yellow shirt with the star in the middle that I think really got your your ray of sunshine, beautiful girl. So I will say this. Whether or not you thought her return was a flop, and this is to the audience. What I will say is I thought Porsha, Kelly, and Drew owned this Part 1 reunion. And I think Porsha owned it. One thing about Porsha that I saw Part 1 reunion that I would love to get your thoughts on. you can't deny her star power. Like she has this presence where she's able to control the energy in the room, and it's undeniable. And she really is sort of like the future of that show in terms of like how many more years it has with her on it. Shall she be there that long? But she definitely has a presence, and I did appreciate her even hugging Drew, because I did feel like, look, she knew that and she admitted, yeah, I did the scene with Ralph as to get back. She admitted it. And listen, one thing about the three of us, that is one thing the three of us agreed on, that we all knew that was not some, I just so happened to walk in, and we all knew what it was. She admitted that it was her lick back, and she decided to give Drew a hug. What did y'all think about that, Claudia, in terms of, did you think Porsha getting up to hug Drew was genuine, or did she do it because she knew, look, this beef is stupid, it's tired, it's stale, and I don't want to go into the next season feeling this?
I hope it was genuine, because at one point I believe they were friends, right? Like they were cool before. So hopefully it was, because it does seem like when the kitchen gets hot sometimes, Porsha, she'll cop out a little bit. So the getting up, hugging, when she got up at first, I'm like, oh shit, run. Last time she got up out of a reunion chair, Carlos King had to carry out the other room, give her attention, although she was the aggressor. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. You're a great friend to those you love. You are a great friend to people.
I love all the girls. What can I say?
You should have went to the victim.
You know, let's talk about it. Because you know what? Look at Dustin. I'm glad you brought it up. Because I don't think people understood my position. So Raindrops, who are still tagging me whenever there's a marathon on Bravo, and they show that part, Dustin, I get tagged, I'm like, Carlos King, that was you. That was me, child.
I'm just glad she ain't picky with them big ass daffodil Louboutins she had on. Remember them platform daffodils everybody wore back then? She had them on. She was kicking her. I've embarrassed myself, but she was kicking.
She was like the legs on the house in Little House on Wizard of Oz. I was like, damn, yes. Okay, go ahead, tell us, because we've been waiting for not 10, 11 years. This is an exclusive, y'all.
Exclusive. Okay, so come closer. Okay, so it was a stormy night in Atlanta. We're filming at the Biltmore, and it's Porsha's second reunion. It's Kenya's second reunion, and Porsha versus Kenya was the hot topic of the evening, right? Long story short, Kenya brought props, and in the beginning was funny, like the scepter, all that was funny. Porsha snatched it, whatever. So, and this story is me being completely honest. So listen up, Raindrops. I'm about to tell y'all. Okay. So I'm sitting on the stage. So when the reunion tapes for Atlanta, I would sit on the stage because the girls would need to give me eye contact for me to understand like what they were going through or wanted or needed, whatever. So when Porsha snatched a scepter, my antennas raised and I said, okay, this ain't going to be great. Let me inch a little bit closer. This is a true story. So when Porsha got up, I am from Detroit, Michigan. When two Black girls get up, they ain't there to like just to sell wolf tickets, right? For my people. So if y'all watch that particular moment, when Porsha got up in Kenya's face, I'm wearing a cardigan and orange pants, Dockers, mind you. I have on a white t-shirt. I get up out of my folded chair and I try to hold Porsha back because I knew that Porsha and Kenya may, I feared it may become physical. So if y'all watch it, I get up and I'm trying to hold Porsha back from doing anything, but she made contact with the hair. And if y'all watch it, it's me, Porsha, and the hair. We all do this together, right? So I am holding her because I don't want her to do anything as I'm shaking my bracelet. I'm doing that. And then Kenya, to her credit, boom, got up and left the building. I was holding her. So I wasn't choosing sides. I literally made contact with her and I held her down so that she couldn't do more. That's all it was.
Yeah.
See, I remember you carrying her away like she was the
I
damn
did.
thing.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like Dustin said, because what y'all not gonna do?
Mad. He pointing at me. Look,
No,
he got his little Gucci jacket on. He's breathing me down. No, I love it.
Don't do it. Hey, Claudia. No. Okay. So, okay. Stop. Like Dustin said, she's slamming her heels on the pavement, and we take her shoes off. We took off her shoes. So she was barefoot. So when Porsha was ready to go back to her dressing room, at the end of the day, I'm a man. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not going to have a woman walk barefoot on some dirty pavement. So and again, I'm not lying. I can watch it. When I pick up Porsha and carry her, it's because she did not have on any shoes. And yes, I did do this to her because, listen, at the end of the day, I'm a human being. It's a woman who said out loud, I just ruined my career. I can't believe this. I embarrassed myself. And I'm a human being. I feel sorry for her. It was horrible. That's what happened. Thank you.
Well, it made sense to me during the time. People were shocked at the reactions from both ladies. I was not. This is a reality show. These are Black women on this show, and culturally Black people, we've had to defend ourselves against so many things that we get to it when we're in the moments like that. And that's just how that went down. What's really dope is that Kenya was a real enough woman, you know what I'm saying, to make amends with Porsha and actually be her friend. When they both had their daughters, they formed a friendship. Even like earlier in season 16, when we saw them together, it was fun, it was light. They was able to move on from that. That's how you know it was a real moment. That was not scripted, obviously, and it was just unforgettable. I'll never forget that episode, the scene, the moment, none of that. Don't make me call Porsha. We got so many things from that. I will never ever forget that.
It's the best reunion. Season 6 reunion will go down history, in my opinion, as the best reunion in the history of television.
I just thought it was personally, man. I know we gotta move on because we've been talking about this girl for a long time.
Oh, go ahead.
Girl that got whiplash, although she was instigating, the girl that got beat up and lost the fight and got dragged down by her hair in a gown, which is extremely humiliating.
Yeah.
Everyone rallied around Porsha, like petting her. Are you okay? And Kenya's over there, the one that just got whiplash. And you can, say she instigated. Yes. They were, Porsha grabbed her scepter. Kenya was pointing it towards her. Obviously, there was definitely some instigating. But at the end of the day, if you want a reality show and instigating triggers you, get off a reality show because you're going to be fighting every 3 episodes because that's what they do. All season long, they instigate each other and a lot. So I remember like everyone kind of around one person, and then the other girl that got dragged literally was off to whether I'm friends with her or not. Y'all put a lot on my friendship with Kenya. I talked to Kenya like once a year, maybe every other year. We were never tight like that. Okay. So I'm still looking at it like from an outsider in a way. So anyways, that was an epic reunion. And to this day, there's so many lines, but how we get this far into this? Anyways, this was
because of you, but it's all good. No, I'm teasing.
As a journalist,
the original question was whether or not I thought that the hug was sincere between Drew and Porsha on the reunion stage. And my answer to that question is yes, it was sincere, but it also at the same time was I definitely understood that Porsha understood it to be a power play. That's a position too. When you initiate the truce, when you initiate the peace, that's a power move. It establishes dominance over the other person because you have now been able to set the tone and set the energy because you wanted it that way. So Porsha, even though I do think she wanted to like end the beef, she also knew that getting up saying, you know what, give me a hug, like, because I want it to be over. That's a power move, and that establishes dominance. So,
and that would make Drew look crazy. If Drew would have kept going after that, they'd be like, "Drew, let it go. She apologized. She hugged you," and that's how it goes. So it was a good move. I think I'm glad she's responding better to pressure than she used to, because before it'd be more hands, and this way it's more verbal. And I think that is growth, and we will give credit for that. Yeah.
Moving on to the alleged accusations that flown out in this reunion, which is Britt allegedly told Porsha there was an alliance to take Porsha down. And those were at the hands of a meeting at Houston's. Shout out to Houston's. When I wasn't vegan, the Hawaiian steak was the best thing on the menu. Okay, so Britt allegedly told Porsha that allegedly at Houston's trial in Atlanta, honey, in Buckhead, that Shamia, Kelly, and Britt had a meeting to take Porsha down. Shamia said that is not true. In fact, Shamia alleged that Porsha, Shamia, Britt, and Kelly all met and they had a meeting to form an alliance. Porsha denied it and said that alliances ruin shows, and she said she wasn't a part of it. Shamia and Kelly gave each other a look as if it was true, and Britt was nowhere to be found. Dustin, do you believe that there was an alliance between Porsha, Britt, Kelly, and Shamia, or do you think the alliance was Shamia, Britt, and Kelly?
I think that the alliance was Shamia, Britt, and Kelly, and I think that there was a conversation had amongst this is me assuming and creating this, but just follow me. I think that they had a conversation when they started filming or before they started filming with those three ladies plus Porsha. Okay, so I think that those three ladies had their alliance. Then they had a conversation with Porsha because obviously Shamia and Porsha have a long-standing relationship, and they included Porsha in on whatever it was. But I don't give a fuck about none of that, because don't come telling me later. Like, to me, I'll check the person that brings me the information after the breakdown of a relationship. Don't come telling me what you and another motherfucker did behind my back to conspire against me just at this time because you fell out with them. I don't like that. And to me, that would just nullify whatever the information was instantly. And I would tell everybody to get lost. So to answer your question, yes, I do think there was an alliance or a conversation about holding each other down and protecting each other. You know what I'm saying? But don't come telling me what somebody else said about me just because you're not cool with them no more, because you said in that conversation and wasn't going to say anything to me if you all would have still been on good terms. So that's all.
I was trying to figure out who was lying. Like, okay, I could see newbies getting along and doing an alliance together, but then at the time, that was early in the season where Shamia and Porsha was still good, and Shamia, you know, people can't have it both ways. They can't sit here and say Shamia is Porsha's lapdog and does all the dirty work for her and has her back and is blind to anything that's cracks in their friendship. Then also say that Shamia was in a secret alliance against Porsha very early on in the season. I don't buy that. I don't know. But then Porsha did seem believable when she was like, wait, what? What alliance? So I don't really know. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't really know on that one. You know, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, the thing is this. I know for a fact that alliances are formed. I've said that on my podcast for 3 years that right before a season starts, 9.5 times out of 10. Okay, let's just say 9, child. 9 times out of 10 before a new season starts, some of the girls, I'm not saying Housewives of Atlanta specifically, I'm saying the majority of reality shows that I watch, there is an alliance conversation. There's group meetings. Now, raindrops, some tea for y'all. Right before a season starts filming, not airing, if you ever see a reality star post a picture with cast members right before they start filming, they had a meeting of an alliance. It is what happens. I talked about it on Beverly Hills Housewives. I talked about it in nauseam on other shows. It is true. It does happen. I'll be honest with you. I do know that when it comes to Porsha and Shamia, Claudia is right. They were in a great space prior to what happened on the show. It would be weird. This is my opinion. I don't see Porsha having an alliance with newbies, because if that was the case, why did Kelly come for her in the first all cast scene? You see, so I didn't. Go ahead.
Because she knew it would have been safe and only going so far because they have the alliance. You know what I'm saying? So I can go there, but we're not gonna like go there behind it. And the reason that Porsha would be included is because of Shamia. Shamia is the link. Shamia is new, so she's cool with Britt and Kelly and figuring that out, and they're sticking together in that way. But I'm on this show that my best friend has been on for years and is the anchor of this season. I can't just flat out not include her on whatever we got going on behind the scenes. That's the link.
I think, like, looking back, the Porsha that we know from the years on the show, she did get like, oh, okay, when Kelly made the comment, but she didn't react on 10 like she could have to that comment. So maybe that was like a, hey, we aren't, so I got to come for you. Okay, well, what should I come for you? Okay, ask me about Simon. Ask me about the lady's husband, whatever. Because she quickly was cool with Kelly after that. It wasn't like weeks and weeks and weeks. Like some of these other beefs, we go in 5, 6, 7 episodes. You still mad about this goofy ass comment from way back? Porsha did quickly recover from that, so that could be an option. That maybe that did happen. Maybe
I took it as she didn't want to give her a moment. I'm just saying. I took it as, girl, you're new. What's your name? I'm not giving you a moment. I'm here to focus on breeding Drew. I took it like that, but no, that's a good debate, Claudia.
Because it seemed like she was like, oh, but like almost like, okay, bitch, yeah, like come, like let's do this. Like it wasn't as angry as it could have been.
Right.
Like it wasn't as angry as it could have. It was like, but then she almost like respected her after for her gangster. You know what I mean? I don't know. I remember when it happened, being like, damn, she got over that quickly. Like either she's grown and evolved that much, or now that you're saying this, maybe there was a pack where, okay, we can't make it too obvious. So I gotta come for you. And like, okay, well, maybe they agreed on that. I don't know. But I do hate that they're, like y'all said, and that Porsha actually said, alliances do kind of kill the show. Cause that's like kind of,
it does.
Don't try to produce yourself. We got producers for that.
Yeah, no, I absolutely hate it. And it's obvious when you watch so many shows. So to wrap up the reunion was concluding when Andy brought up the finale moment between Angela and Phaedra, whether or not the guy was paid by Phaedra to say it, whether the guy was paid by Angela to say it. Angela provided receipts. I will say this, if you are a Real Housewives fan, listen up, wake up. And I know Dustin remembers this because he's like me. My favorite moment of the reunion also was Angela saying, in Athens, there's only 2 high schools and 3 middle schools. If you are a Housewives fan, you know that's what Phaedra said, season 3 reunion. And I thought that was the funniest shit because I like anything that gives you a little nod to the golden years of the show. But I thought that was hilarious. Go ahead, Dustin.
Real quick, right there with you, Los. And that was actually the second time that's happened this season, because remember when Porsha was checking Drew at Shamia's house, she used the whole Nene spiel from the season 5 reunion when she was telling Phaedra that she was low down and dirty and had been conspiring with Nene's half sisters to film behind her back. Porsha almost read it. It was like when Melania Trump stole Michelle Obama's speech, and remember they had them side by side. It was like the same thing. She literally laid that whole playbook out. So this is a season of, what would we call it? Homage, right? That's what this is, of homage. They're paying homage to the legendary energy pivots that these women have done with these incredible soliloquies, we'll call them.
Who do you think lies the most of this cast?
Phaedra.
Do you think Phaedra's the biggest liar? Carlos, who do you think's the biggest liar?
I plead the 5th.
Why? Is it one of your faves?
Actually, don't do it. I don't know.
It must be. Carlos
Claudia.
People that he likes and talks to him on the phone, and
I love all the guys.
Goes to Houston's with. They can do no goddamn wrong. And then when I come for them,
Drew lied too, though.
I'm a hater. I see through the bullshit. I have no alliance.
Oh, you a hater? First of all, Claudia, I don't come for you. Secondly, Claudia, I don't censor you. I don't censor you at all. So please,
I know.
you're always
You
allowed
don't.
to say
No, you don't do that. You don't
say
do
how
that.
you feel. But no, Claudia, who do you believe in this story? Now, listen, it was definitely a cliffhanger that we'll see what the conclusion was in next week. But based on more information that was brought up, because Angela did bring out a manila envelope from Staples, and she
She can't even get Office Depot low. She got to get Staples.
So she got it from the fax machine in Simon's house shop. So, anyways, I digress.
At least it was good for something. It ain't doing no legitimate business now. I'm just saying.
Anyways, Angela brought out a manila envelope, child, from Staples, honey, that cost $2.99 because she got it from 2 high schools and 3 middle schools, child, if you get a discount. But there's a woman named Kimberly that is supposedly friends with Phaedra. This was the other part too, Dustin. Yes, that's my oldest brother. Again, shout out to season 3 reunion. So Phaedra's oldest brother, yes, Phaedra's oldest brother is friends with this woman named Kimberly, who's also friends with the guy who said that, and that's the Athens connection, and that's how Angela is proving that it was Phaedra. Based on that new information, Claudia, did that offer you any further explanation as to what to believe?
I hate to say this because I really like Angela, but it's not looking good. It ain't looking good. Like I gotta hear the rest because I'm like, at first we were like, oh damn, that dirty Phaedra, because she lied so much already. She lied about everything. You know what I mean? So so it's easy to believe that she would be wrong in this, that we could easily believe that. It's a believable scenario that she would do this. And plus, the way Phaedra came on and immediately came for Angela and her marriage would make you think, what's going on here? Do you have I personally feel like she has a crush on Charles, and that's why she was just coming for Angela out the gate, like, oh, I didn't know he was married and blah 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 blah. But I hope Angela has better receipts than what we've seen already. If not, it's going to look really bad for her. And for her to be our favorite every single, really emerge as a star this season, I would hate that for her to end on a low note. You know what I mean? Like, I would like for her to finish strong and run, like they say in track and field, run through the line. And, right now what we're seeing, but it could be, with production, with teasers, they make you think this way, so you watch it and then it goes left. So I hope that she didn't contrive this story, but it's not looking good right now. But I don't know.
I'm with Claudia on this. Love you, Angela Oakley, to death. Love you on this show. But you're going to have to let this go or come with something. What Miss Juicy, shout out to your great interview with Miss Juicy, Carlos. Yes. But what did Miss Juicy say?
Can
you come with something else, please? Can you come with something better than that, please? Like
shout out to Juicy and Miss Minnie. Miss Juicy. Wait, was it? No, that was to no, Dustin. Who did she say that
she talking to?
It wasn't Miss Minnie's
something else. I don't remember, but
it was a great interview.
Saying it to Angela Oakley because we love her and we want her to not succumb to these tactics that are beneath her, right? I thought that the involvement of that guy who obviously don't have no place on this show, I thought the involvement of him was ridiculous. The pieces that she put together to connect that story to Phaedra were hanging on by a thread. They were threadbare at best. What I will say is, like Claudia brought up, because you are 100% right, Claudia, Phaedra did appear to have some sort of issue with Angela. She came out the gate making negative comments about her husband. She had that clip and that figurative bullet in the clip with the whole your house is in foreclosure thing that she brought out of nowhere, saying that she knew that Angela's house was in foreclosure. And then when Angela did bring those papers out of that Staples folder, thank you, Los, she said, and this lady, her name is Kimberly, whatever, and she said the last name, and then there was a beat. Everybody was quiet for like 2 beats, and Phaedra was like, I don't know, Kim, whatever. She called the lady Kim. She didn't say Kimberly, she said Kim. And so that coupled with the other stuff, it does seem like there could be maybe some sort of connection, but it wasn't strong enough to appear as a receipt or be used as a receipt because it didn't prove shit. Just because somebody went to school with her brother or whatever, that wasn't a strong enough tie to convince anybody that Phaedra was behind what was going on.
Bria Winter says, I'm sorry, B. Johnson says, just like Roger Bob, she wanted Charles. Remember Phaedra was coming for Demetrius so hard out of nowhere.
Hell yeah.
And we were like, what is this about? And it was like, she was being so mean to Demetria for no reason, kind of like so mean to Angela when she like she said, I only worked 10 days. I just got here. So you going to show up and be, I didn't know he was married, like coming in, firing shots, saying that she looked old. Phaedra, you look the oldest of everybody on the show. Like the oldest, like really, like especially with that outfit you had on, it was giving dug up mummy, you know what I mean? And it was not popping, and not the queen, like the gesture. I don't know, it was not cute. So I don't like that, Phaedra. Sorry, y'all. She's a liar, and I just don't respect it. But you was coming for Angela. But I will say, I'm kind of we might have to clear your name next week if Angela doesn't have more receipts in that Staples manila envelope. We're gonna have to eat crow next week and say,
not really though, Claudia. You know what I'm saying? Because even if she did fuck this up, she's still our favorite this season, right? She still was the most authentic to us. She still was the most likable. And I don't want the fans of the show to feel like this is an issue that can shift the way. Wow, now we can't like her no more. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do. And I don't think that this is a big enough thing that, can, at least for me, I'll speak for myself. Even if she does only have that shit that she showed like this week or whatever, I still like Angela. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's her only mistake this whole season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's just
they laughing at my dug up mummy comment. I don't know. She just skipped me.
Well, no,
Queen of the goddamn. Queen of the what the helly? Damn, what is that? And I can't dress, and I'm saying this. I can't. I do bad too. I do bad acting, and I can't dress. And that was some bullshit. That was terrible.
You know what you can do?
Y'all can never come my that.
You know what you can do, Claudia? You can make the hell out of a frozen spiked lemonade. I kicked it at Claudia's beautiful big ass house full of all this nice ass shit. And we was in there kicking it in this big white living room. It was beautiful. And Claudia made us these spiked frozen lemonades that were so motherfucking good, Los and Raindrop. They were so good. I wanted to keep drinking them, but I had a show, so I couldn't get too tore up. But they were good.
I'm gonna make them for you when you invite us to your beautiful mansion in Miami when we get to go.
Anyway,
or your other secondary home in DC or wherever else you have homes and mansions, New York.
So, anyways, what I did want to say.
Hey y'all, I don't hate Porsha or Phaedra. I just think they're full of shit.
I'm teasing.
I
Claudia,
don't hate. No,
Claudia, that was me joking. Claudia,
I kind of really dislike.
Claudia, that was me joking.
I don't hate her at all.
Carlos is crazy. Y'all tonight, both of your asses have been on one tonight. I'm telling
you what it is, Dustin. We missed each other. That's all it was.
We did.
You know what it is. Also, Carlos got a new piece from Gucci. He's feeling very cunty. I got my face pulled back with the ponytail. I'm feeling cunty. So we're just both giving cunt tonight. So
I am done with you.
He had the shoulder pads. He's giving 80s.
This is good.
Madonna, where the glove at? I love it. We did miss each other.
We did.
Okay, guys. This is what happens when we don't see each other for a week. So apparently, it can't happen again. I don't know what happened tonight, but all I can say is this has been the funniest live that we've had in a long time. And every live has been funny, so that says a lot. But I will end by saying this. I agree with Dust. I agree with Claudia. The receipt, the problem is this, and I said this from the beginning, when you add somebody that the audience doesn't know to drop a bomb, no matter what both parties have in terms of receipts to prove their point, the sad part is it doesn't matter because it's so convoluted. And is that a word, Dustin? It's convoluted.
Convoluted. But this your damn notifications, goddammit. That's right.
You know what? I think he did go to the School of Journalism with Porsha. But it makes y'all cute. It's endearing.
Whatever. So every once in a while, I have a brain fart. But at least, no, the best part with me, I clock it the moment it comes out my mouth. I don't stand on it.
Like say what you want to say. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Like allegiance instead of alliance. Hey, Angela, I love you though, baby. No,
Yeah.
I'm teasing. Angela, you know I love you. We're having fun tonight. But I will say this. At the end of the day, it doesn't negate the perfect score that Angela had this season. She is still the MVP of the season. It's unfortunate that obviously this person came through to drop bombs that sort of allowed a division to occur. Because prior to that, I think unanimously, I said that one right. Angela was
I'll clap.
Another throwback to a classic.
I know. And she sat there like this with her spaghetti straps.
What club was that at?
Are you leaving?
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, wait. Okay. Dustin, Claudia, listen, one day, on Monday Night Live, every week, we should recite the most iconic moments from Housewives. As a way of celebrating the end of this great season. Yes. So raindrops. Thank y'all for coming. We have 5,300 people in the chat tonight that came to watch us an hour later. Thank y'all so much. I want to read a few things. Dustin, Claudia, give me 5 minutes because I want to be able to read some of the great things or not so great things that some of the
a few people paid to talk shit to me tonight. I love it. Read them all.
You want me to? Okay, go ahead. All right.
So yeah, you can read any of them, Los. Let's go.
Chastity Harris said, "Hey, my Carlos. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Dustin. I got it."
That's what's up.
Hello. He's frozen.
He froze up.
Okay.
But what's
I
not
froze?
Oh, I thought it was Simon on my internet again.
Wait, am I back?
You're back.
Simon got the internet
Okay. So Chastity Harris is at Beyonce concert, but she wanted to say hi to us.
What's up, Chastity?
All right. Jakara Stewart says, I just want to say shout out to Lowe's for coaching Porsha. She ate. First of all, I did not coach Porsha. Okay. Y'all are Coach Porsha. Porsha had a great reunion. I had nothing to do with it. Y'all are hilarious. Anyways. Hi, Donald Lamb. Leah M said Kenya would have been beautiful in yellow. Missed that.
Absolutely.
Leah said, after what Drew said last night, I still believe she threatened to sue from day one. Kenya gone was not the result she thought it was going to be. We got Vina Person who says, can we keep it real about Shamia flop this season? She only there to fight with Porsha. Leah also said, imagine Carlos did a 2-person reunion. Oh, I was just saying between Britt and Kenya. Got it. Got you. Isis, okay, said hello.
Yes, Porsha Williams. Yes, you scored one for Team USA.
The irony.
The irony, Dustin.
The irony.
Okay. Hi, Tina Luckett. We also got from Leah M. All relationships are transactional at some fashion. We got Dylan, the realtor. I can't stand Kelly. I'm sorry. She did everything for attention solely. That's lame. And it gives Phaedra 2.0. Tina Luckett said Kelly asked what we were all thinking. Samara said if Shamia did have an alliance to take down Porsha, makes sense since Kelly came for her. Also, Shamia ain't ish if she did that. Johnny Daniel says Simon 1, Claudia 0.
That's when my internet went out. You ate that. You ate it.
Leah said from front seat behavior, from the back all day. Peggy Hager, hey Peggy, said Drew ate several times from the ends of that couch. Tina said, hit the like button, y'all.
Thank you, Tina.
Johnny said, Drew got her dress from Payless. Johnny, be nice. Leah said, no lies detected. Her return was pointless. Latin girl said, Claudia loving the lip gloss, liner combo, cheekbones, lip snatch, looking bomb. Heard you was in Park in DC. What's HH spot? What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, Dustin? What's
No.
HH?
But apparently it's a good thing because she put positive emojis after it. So that's
I was at Park having fun. I love Park. Shout out to the owner.
Okay.
I love the park in DC though.
It's a great
good
spot.
Times on Sundays in the park.
We'll have to go there when we go visit Carlos.
At park, not the park, but at park. Mm-hmm.
It's a really good spot. Corey said I'm sorry. Corey said Shamia talked about Porsha to everyone. Are we forgetting this?
No.
Isis is back and says, not Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. We have Last Granger. Blessings all. Carlos is King 100. Dustin, I want to marry you.
That's what's up.
Miss Claudia, you're an icon. We spoken briefly. The fan from London, UK, with the Louisiana roots. Bless everyone in the chat.
Shout out to you.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. Clark fans, shout out to you. Reggie says, as much as Phaedra and Porsha lie, folks still love them. Angela should be fine if she actually did lie. Queen Sheridan says, all three are looking fine. Amen.
Thank you, Sheridan.
Clark fan 662. So Angela can lie, but Phaedra can't?
Stop right there. First of all, no, Angela can't lie. And we're not saying that we're supporting Angela because she lied or whatever. And second of all, what's the rationale here, right? Because what are you saying? Oh, so she can lie, but Phaedra can't. So are you advocating for her to be able to lie? Help me have some clarity here, because obviously the three people that are sitting on this screen are not sitting up here saying that it's okay for her to lie about any damn thing. Nor are we saying that she should be able to lie because somebody else lied. Why in the hell would we say, well, it's good to lie because she lied? That don't even make sense. So no. And give us a little bit more credit than that, y'all. Y'all want to make comments sometimes just to argue about stuff when this is not an argument in the first damn place. We just offering commentary. So no, Angela can't lie. And no, Phaedra can't lie. None of them should be lying, obviously. And your ass knew that when you typed the message, which is what makes me sick. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be nice, but damn.
They love when Dustin, they said they love when Dustin goes off. Me too.
I'm not going off tonight. It's
a turn on for me.
Yes. Clark fan 662 says Phaedra is more and has more than jobless Claudia. Bloop.
So that's let you know what they about right there. Don't even Claudia.
I have no job. I know I'm so poor.
Nope. Thanks for the $9.99.
Well, she has a big ass white house and she could make great lemonade apparently. So Claudia Jordan is doing something, child. Isis said, let's forget it and your diet will go down in history. Last one. Dylan the realtor says, can we clock? Nene been getting real acquainted with the girls. What's that mean, Carlos? Hashtag leaks is back ?
I think I heard the people that have been talking in NBC Universal that they have been talking for a while about coming back. This came from a Caucasian person in the business on the West Coast that is in talks with those people, those are his people, and he said that she will be coming back for next season.
Good. Allegedly. I hope her and Kenya come back next season. That would be great. Cool. Yep.
All right. I'm sorry. This is the last one. Yvette Boyd said, sorry, Kelly is fake. Shami is a fake friend to Porsha for years. Drew Nokio. Dustin, love you.
Love you too.
So there you go. All right. So Raindrops, we are back next Monday to recap part 2 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Dustin, Claudia, anything y'all got to promote, do so now.
Ladies first, Claudia, do your thing. Sis.
I went up for Side Dish, which is a spinoff of Dish Nation last week, and they asked me to come back for all of next week, but I can only go 3 days because I have to go to LA to do something with Nick Cannon on Thursday, and then back to LA for a movie. I got another movie with Annie Alonso and Chris Stokes. But I want to say on Wednesday,
is it on Tubi?
No, I think. Well, maybe.
I love Tubi, by the way.
Hell yeah.
We'll see, but the checks are getting better. Okay. But I want to say this. So Wednesday, my podcast with Erica Cobb, we will have this Wednesday, who just got confirmed, the one and only Angela Oakley will be on the show on Wednesday.
Yes.
On the podcast. So I will ask her all these questions. I'm gonna ask about it. So she'll be on the podcast. Ladies. So please tune in to Accidentally Informed this Wednesday on YouTube. And yeah, and then so watch Side Dish next week and the podcast with Erica, the beautiful Erica Cobb on Wednesday. So yeah.
Congratulations, Claudia. Congratulations. Shout out to our girl Erica Cobb.
Yes, love Erica Cobb.
Love
can we all hang out one day? Like we gotta all.
I know we need to.
Please, we should do a New York night. The most fun is here. Y'all need to both come here.
So
anyway,
I agree.
Shout out to everybody. I saw so many raindrops this weekend and last weekend. So much love to everybody that tunes in and watches it. Met people in the airports, all of that. I am very excited on July 24th. I have a show in San Francisco at Cobb's Comedy Club. Really looking forward to that. There's still a few tickets left, so you can go to DustinRossLive.com. You can get tickets for the 7/24 show in San Francisco at Cobb's Comedy Club. Then shout out to ATL. ATL stood up. We sold out City Winery on August 16th in Atlanta, and so now we have a second show that same night. So shout out to everybody that bought tickets in Atlanta. We have a whole nother show on sale that night, a 10 p.m. show. So if you are in Atlanta on August 16th, come see your boy tell jokes at City Winery Atlanta. You can go again, DustinRossLive.com, and get those tickets, and I can't wait to come make y'all laugh. That's it.
Yes, and I'll be at that show supporting Dustin. I can't wait to see you. Me and a few of the people in my company are coming to support Dustin, so we cannot wait. Of course, no, I can't wait to celebrate you to the world. So guys, make sure to support Claudia and Dustin. And I'm dropping. Well, let me say this first. Thank you all for the love y'all gave my Miss Juicy interview.
Yes. So good.
Yes.
Thank you. Love Miss Juicy. Love Miss Juicy. Shout out to Miss Juicy as well. I'm dropping an exclusive interview tomorrow.
Okay.
This one is deep. We get into a real conversation about some things that have been said in the past. And listen, it's what the podcast is about, is to have an open dialogue. And I can't wait for you guys to watch it. And as y'all always do, give me your feedback. But it's going to be it was a very important conversation that was had. And I just can't wait for you guys to watch it tomorrow at noon. This person works in radio.
Okay. If it's a guy, I think I know who it is.
In radio.
Okay.
In radio.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at you. You know so funny. One of the other best parts about this show is how I get to tease something and I see the wheels spinning in your head.
Right. I'm like, I don't want to ruin. And Raindrops, he nor his assistant, because we're the underlings, so we don't get to talk to him on the phone as much as we like to.
Whatever.
He doesn't tell us, like he doesn't say, don't say nothing, but I'm interviewing, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't tell us. So we find out when y'all find out. Is it Charlamagne? Is it Ricky Smiley?
Y'all know I gonna tell y'all.
It would be Charlamagne, right? Is it Charlamagne? That would make sense.
I'm gonna tell y'all. But listen,
you're saying it kind of sad, like it's someone you had beef with or something.
Oh no, I don't have beef with this person personally. No, that's no beef.
I like your jacket. It's so cute. I know I commented a few times today.
Me too.
So. No,
and you've been in fitted lately, Carlos. You've been wearing fitted hats lately. What's up with that? I like that.
Is he frozen?
I think so.
Am I back? I'm back. Yeah. Am I back? No.
Yeah, you're back now.
Carlos, you've been looking you've been so happy too. Like the last few, like you're in a good place in life, aren't you? Like things are really good in your personal. Okay.
Yes, Dustin. Well, yes, Claudia, and yes, Dustin. I'm wearing fitteds more lately. I don't know. I'm just I like fitteds now. I'll tell you later, Dustin. But no, listen, life. Claudia, I would tell you too. No, but all jokes aside, look, life has been a roller coaster for all of us. But what I will say is, life has been Carlos smiling so big you can't see his ears. That is the funniest shit ever.
Now look,
Yeah. You know,
I love it. I love this for you.
No, listen, I'm really happy. I'm happy in life. I try not to let things get me down. I'm really happy. Life is good. Yeah. So anyways, tomorrow we have our exclusive interview dropping at noon. And then this Saturday is the return of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And guess what? Claudia, Dustin, and myself will also talk about that. And who knows, maybe we'll have a guest on. I don't know. But just know Claudia gets to talk about Huntsville.
Oh my God. Is Ty going to be on it this season?
On that note, I love you guys so much. Raindrops. I will see y'all next week. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow Claudia. Follow Dustin. I love you guys so much. And Ty is busy on Basketball Wives. Love y'all. Bye.
And I let a housewife.